the night Lumi's light shone brighter. Story by Abba Yasmin. In a vibrant, bustling forest, all the animals eagerly awaited the night of the full moon. Every month, on this special night, the moon would rise high in the sky, casting its soft, silver light over the trees and meadows. The animals gathered in a big, open meadow to celebrate, dancing and playing under the glowing moon. The light was so bright that even the smallest creatures could see clearly, and everyone felt safe and happy. Among the creatures of the forest was a young firefly named Lumi. Unlike the other fireflies, whose lights were bright and strong, Lumi's light was small and dim. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't make his light shine any brighter. This made Lumi feel different, and not in a good way. While the other fireflies danced and flickered in the moonlit sky, Lumi would often hide away, feeling like he didn't belong. "Why is my light so small?" Lumi would wonder sadly. "No one needs a tiny light like mine." On the night of the full moon, as the forest animals gathered for their monthly celebration, Lumi once again stayed behind. He found a quiet spot in the forest where he could be alone with his thoughts, away from the laughter and fun of the others. He watched from a distance as the animals began their festivities, the moon shining brightly above them. But as the night went on, something unexpected happened. A thick blanket of clouds slowly rolled across the sky, covering the full moon. The bright, silvery light faded, and soon the forest was plunged into darkness. The animals stopped their dancing and looked around in confusion. The celebration quickly came to an end as the animals tried to make their way back to their homes in the now dark forest. It was difficult to see, and some of the smaller animals who relied on the moon's light began to panic. A small, timid rabbit named Willow was completely lost as she tried to find her way back. Willow wandered through the trees, her heart pounding with fear. She tried to call out for help, but the other animals were too far away to hear her. Just as she was about to give up hope, she noticed a faint, gentle light in the distance. She hurried toward the light. As she got closer, she saw that the light was coming from a small firefly. It was Lumi, who had been quietly sitting by himself when he noticed Willow approaching. "Lumi!" Willow cried, relieved to see a familiar face. "I'm lost, and I don't know how to get home. Can you help me?" Lumi was surprised. No one had ever asked him for help before. He looked at his small, dim light and then back at Willow's frightened face. He wasn't sure if his light would be enough, but he knew he had to try. "I'll do my best," he said. With Willow following close behind, Lumi began to fly. His light, though small, was steady, and it cast just enough of a glow to guide them along the path. Step by step, Lumi led Willow through the dark forest. The more he focused on helping her, the less he thought about his own worries. For the first time, Lumi felt like his light was useful, like it had a purpose. Finally, after what felt like a long journey, they reached Willow's burrow. The little rabbit was so happy to be home that she turned to Lumi with tears of gratitude. "Thank you, Lumi," Willow said softly. "I couldn't have made it home without you." Lumi felt a warm glow inside that had nothing to do with his light. It was a feeling of being needed, of knowing that he had made a difference. His small, dim light had guided someone through the darkness, and that made it special. The next day, word spread through the forest about how Lumi had helped Willow find her way home. The other animals began to see the value in Lumi's soft, gentle glow. From that night on, Lumi no longer felt useless or out of place. He continued to shine his light, knowing that even though it was small, it was just the right light for those who needed it. And every time the full moon rose, whether the sky was clear or cloudy, Lumi knew that he was exactly where he belonged, lighting the way, one small step at a time. Even when we feel small or unimportant, our unique qualities can make a big difference when we use them in the right way. It's not about being the brightest, but about shining in a way that helps others. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.